We're starting this vlog out with the dilemma. So yesterday, I go to use our microwave, and it completely died. It kept blowing a fuse, or break. I don't think it's a fuse. It kept tripping the breaker. The fuses are in my old home place. We used to blow fuses and have to replace the fuse. But anyway, this is breaker. So apparently that microwave is on its own breakers, so that made it easy. So Art would run down to the basement, reset the breaker, run up here. This was him trying to fix his lunch yesterday. Run up here, and he had just gotten back from the gym, so he was all worn out. Runs back up here, sees that it's on. He sets the clock. He starts to run, put the time in. It stops. So then he goes back. He did this 3 times. And then finally he was like, it's done. It is done. We're just going to have to go get a new microwave. I felt so bad for him because I guess I'm putting my hot dogs in the oven. I was like, we're going to go back to old school ways. You know how I like the old stuff. So, we'll just go back to old times. So he warms his lunch up. He goes back upstairs to his office to work. And then a little while later, actually, it was towards 3 o'clock or whatever, he comes downstairs and he's yelling as he comes down the stairs, and he goes, "You're going to get an early Mother's Day present." And I'm like, honey, Mother's Day passed. He goes, "Well, you're going to get an early Christmas present then." I'm like, okay, what's that? And he said that there's a sale. We had been at Lowe's. We had been looking to replace all of the appliances because all of the appliances in this house were here when we bought it, and they are original to the house. So they're like 15 years or so old or more. Excuse me, or more. So we knew that we were going to have to upgrade, but what we were kind of waiting on, and our game plan was, as each one dies, we would just, use our insurance that covers those, because we bought extra insurance to cover appliances, a specific plan for that. So as the, appliances go, we would just use our insurance to get another one. And that way it would be economical to do what we need to do. But when he saw this sale, we can get all of the pieces we need, like totally all of the appliances in the kitchen, for just a couple $1,000s from Lowe's, and all stainless steel, which is what we wanted. So I think we're going to be buying that this weekend. Art has a couple that he has sitting in his cart right now. And we're going to try to go out today and look at them and put our eyes on them and ask a couple of questions before we actually pull the trigger on them. Art's bringing in the smoker. He's going to bring it through the garage and through to the kitchen, to the deck. It's the smoker I got him for Christmas, and we're smoking our first pork butt this morning. I am so excited. I'm going to finish working on the porch real quick. Oh, he already took it out. outside. I've been working really hard on the front porch, the deck out back. We still need to power wash. I haven't done that yet. Working in the flower beds. I'm not done. I'm looking for we have a wraparound porch. So I'm looking for, and we've been here 4 years, and it's such a big porch. I've only decorated the front. I haven't even paid attention to the wraparound this whole side. So I've slowly been incorporating items for that other side. And I love the direction I'm going in. It's a cohesive look around, but I am looking for a couple of items to finish that off. And I need to buy some plants because I'm redoing one of the flower beds, and I need to, every year I just replace the flowers in my barrel. So I need to do that. We're ready to smoke. I cannot wait to taste this. It looks so good. You did good, honey. It looks really good. I don't think I've ever shown anybody the back deck. There's Maggie. She loves it out here, don't you? Yeah. Art's over there, but I don't think he'll let me show. It's simple. We got our smoker going, and it smells so good out here. I want to put a hammock between those two trees. Oh, that would be nice. There's such a nice breeze blowing. It's so nice just sitting here. He said okay. Yay! He may change his mind, so I might have to cut that out. Who knows? But anyway, we're going to sit here and smoke this pork butt and work on videos. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Ooh.
One eternity later.
Pick up your treats. Come on, let's pick up your treats. Maggie, look. Look. Maggie, look. You want to pick out some treats? Well, the appliances are in, and it's going to take a while for the refrigerator to make ice and to get cold. So everything right now is out in our garage in the other refrigerator. So we're just going to have to haul it to the garage every time we want to get a drink or ice or anything like that. But thankfully it's Friday, so it's state night. It's pretty easy. I don't mind walking to the garage for little things. It's fine. But the house being tore up with everything in disarray right now, I mean, everything is everywhere. We just got back from the groomers. Maggie is off the leash and eating. She is happy to be home. I got her a new bag of treats. The trash can's open. There's dirt all over the floor. There's hoses in the sink. Oh my gosh. A friend of ours makes homemade, his own brewed beer. And he always gives us some, and that's what that is sitting there. I'm not sure what Art's going to do with it. But anyway, I'm going to straighten some things up. I'm going to show you the appliances real quick before I clean up the kitchen. And then you'll eventually see the kitchen put back together in the video. So we have all Whirlpool appliances. And they're nothing fancy. They're not fancy. They're your typical run-of-the-mill, nothing fancy. But they're nice and quiet. We've already ran the dishwasher once. This came the other day, so we've already had that. But I really do like the inside. It has a filter under there you can lift out and clean. So I really like the efficiency and the cleanliness of this particular dishwasher. I've never owned one this new. I've always had hand-me-down ones, or you move in and it was already there kind of thing. We have the Whirlpool. This oven does air frying, convection, and
conventional oven, so it does all of that. And it also has, it's dirty because we just got it in. It has the warmer burner. The problem is that we need to raise it up a little bit, and it does leave a gap on either side, so we're going to need to remedy that. But I'm happy with it. Art, when he gets back from the gym, is going to adjust it himself. The delivery people, I wasn't home when it happened. So when the delivery came. So Art said he was just going to go ahead and, otherwise I would have told him, hey, can you fix that, please? But nonetheless, Art's way nicer than I am. Can you believe that? Anyway, they're all pretty standard. There's nothing too fancy about them. I'm not going to open this because I want to keep it closed so it gets cooled. It has to get cold. But before we put food in it, I will show you what the inside looks like. But it really is just a run-of-the-mill refrigerator. But what I do like about it is that I can pull it out and clean behind it and push it back super easy. It is so easy to manipulate. So I do like that feature. But it has been the busiest day ever. I have not stopped running, and I have not slept at all this week. I've been waking up at about 1 in the morning and not being able to go back to sleep. So I lay in bed for a few hours, but then I eventually, at least by 3 o'clock, make it downstairs, and I start coffee and turn on YouTube. So I'm just stressed with work, stressed with life, stressed with all of this. And there's Father's Day this weekend. I already have my video for this weekend. It's already scheduled, so I'm done with that. But it's also my youngest, Andrew's birthday. He was born on the 18th, and that typically will every couple of years fall on Father's Day itself. So we're having a Father's Day birthday celebration thing tomorrow, Sunday. So I really need to get the house in order. Thankfully, the fridge is in place and it'll be ready for me to put food in. His cake I had made, and it is, and I picked it up today, and it's just a Costco cake. And but because Costco's such a drive away, I wanted to, and I was going to be in Winchester for something else. I went ahead and picked it up and thought, it'll just keep in the fridge till Sunday. It's only a day or so, so it's not that big of a deal. But a tractor and trailer jackknife on the way home, so I was stuck in traffic for 2 hours with that cake. So, and all the groceries. It's been a day. So anyway, I'm going to get to cleaning because the Friday's almost over at this point. It is almost a done deal. So I'm going to finish cleaning, and then at some point, I'm going to check back in, and you're going to see the kitchen looking nice and pretty. Oh, what I wanted to say was, this is not all that's going to be done in the kitchen. It's not. For now, it is. But we are redoing the cabinets. I'm going to be doing the cabinets. I'm going to be painting the cabinets. I'm not going to tell you what color. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. But I've had tons of experience and tons of inspiration to accomplish what I'm about to do in this kitchen, and I'm super excited about it. The kitchen cabinets are going to change color. I no longer want white. White shows so much dirt. You touch it and you see your fingerprint. It's just horrible. Any splatter, anything. It just shows. Now, it shows in any color. I'm not saying that, you can disguise dirt. You can't. But at the same time, white doesn't allow me time to let it sit for a minute before I clean it. If there's a splatter, it's obvious and it's got to be cleaned right away. And I can't live in it. I love a white kitchen. I've always dreamed of having a white kitchen. And now that I've had my white kitchen, the grass isn't always greener. I want something better. I want something different, not better, different. I want something different. So, and we're going to be replacing the countertops, and we're going to be adding a backsplash. This kitchen never had a backsplash, so we are going to be putting a backsplash in when we redo the countertops. We have not decided definitively on the countertops yet, but what we have decided on is that we're doing butcher block on the island because I love butcher block. I love wood, natural raw wood. I love it. And I want to make it myself to some degree. Not make it. I want to find it. I want it to be a repurposed project for the countertop for the island. Okay, enough rambling about the countertops. And then we will be changing out the hardware to match the stainless steel appliances. And I will probably keep the light fixtures and everything else the same. Nothing else will change, just the cabinet color, the backsplash, the countertops, and the island countertop being butcher block, and the hardware. That's it. Everything else. For now. In the next couple of years, maybe next year, it depends. We're watching sales on flooring. We are going to be installing new flooring throughout the entire house. So right now it doesn't match, and we don't like carpet, so we're going to be removing all of the carpet except from the bedrooms. Only the bedrooms will have carpet. Everywhere else will have some type of a wood floor. Except for the bathrooms. The bathrooms will not have wood. They'll have tile or something like that. But in any case, that flooring project will be the last thing we do. So we still have a bathroom to finish down in the basement, a bedroom to finish down in the basement, and we still have the kitchen to finish. But those are all of the major things that we were going to do in the house before we called it done and we were ready to resell. But by getting the appliances in, and we got such a great deal. Lowe's was having that sale where you get, the whole bundle. If you buy 3 or more or whatever, the more appliances you bought in a set, the better deal you got. And there's all these, there were all these different discounts that we were getting. So we really got 4 appliances for the price of 1. You cannot beat that. So we went ahead, and that's why we went ahead and did it. And now it'll be a little bit before we decide and get the countertops done and all of that. I think we'll probably end up painting the cabinets first, because obviously if I get the cabinets done first, then the countertops can be the last thing, and the countertops and backsplash be the last thing we do. And that, then it just makes sense to do it in that order. Anyway, enough rambling. I need to get to cleaning. I'll check back in later. Okay, so I promised you a full kitchen kind of reveal and show you how the appliances look in the kitchen. So here it is. And I have tweaked a few things in the kitchen, but this is about a week after that last clip that you saw. I have not had time to clean. I have had an extremely busy month, and my normal cleaning routine is completely off kilter. So I'm hoping that at the end of this week, I'll be able to get back on track with my cleaning, and I am tweaking here and there. But here is the kitchen with the appliances in, and I am loving them. I'm not going to go through and show you the dishwasher because you saw that in an earlier clip, so I'm not going to open that. But I will say that I really do enjoy the dishwasher. We've used it quite a bit, and we've been entertaining a lot. We've had the house full of people coming and going, and it has really been wonderful. I love how well it cleans. I love how well it dries, and I love that you cannot hear it at all. We can run that, watch TV over in the living room area. We don't hear it at all. It is wonderful. I also really love the stove and microwave. The microwave is pretty much the same as our old one was. It is slightly larger, which comes in handy, and but I do love it. There's nothing fancy about it. The stove, I am completely in love with. And this is the air frying basket. This is because this oven does like 5 or so, I don't know, I think it's like 5 to 7 features. But this is the air frying basket. This will replace, we have used it. This will definitely replace our hand air fryer that we have to pull out and put on the countertop. This air fries a larger quantity of things and does a wonderful job. So this is definitely a game changer for us and the family. The stove itself has the dual burners, meaning you can utilize the whole parameter for larger pots or the middle parameter for the smaller pots. By having 2 dual burners like that, it eliminates the need for 4 separate burners, the 2 large and the 2 small, which is like the typical stove. So what it is allowing us to have then is 2 melting burners, so for sauces and things of that nature. And then we have a warming station right here. The warming station has its own button. These smaller melting burners have their own knob. And then these also have their own knobs. The knobs for these, one way adjust the temperature for the entire burner, and the other way adjust the temperature for the inside burner for the smaller pots. The air frying option is wonderful. You just hit your air frying option, you set your temperature, and you are good to go. There's also the option of just selecting certain tabs for pre-frozen foods and casseroles that you can just select that specific one. There's no preheat involved. You just touch the button, throw it in the oven, and let the oven do its thing. And when the timer goes off, you're done. This could not be any more user-friendly than that, and I am loving it. And I love the way that it looks. It is a beautiful stove. They're not fancy. They're not gas ranges. They're not the top of the line of anything, but they are very, very good for what we needed and what fit our budget, and we are super happy with them. The refrigerator was a bit of a fiasco. This is our second one. The first one, when it came and the original delivery, was damaged, and they damaged it in the delivery process. So we had to have that returned. And then on Father's Day, in the middle of all of our birthday party that was going on, our Father's Day celebration, everything, house full of people, house full of family, this delivery comes in unexpectedly. We didn't even know they were going to be coming that day. We thought we were going to be setting it up for the later in the week, but they came at 2:00 on Sunday and delivered it. So we invited them to eat, and but I am happy with the fridge. It works well. It's bigger than our last one. It has way more space in it. I was going to show you the empty refrigerator. I'm not going to open the oven because we currently have chicken for dinner in there tonight, so I'm not going to open that. But I will say that the stove does not have, you know how most older stoves, maybe even some of the newer ones, they have the element that shows, that's exposed. This has no exposed elements. They're all within the stove, and it's so easy to clean. And it's an air cleaner. It's not a heat cleaning option. It's like an air cleaning option. So I'm really excited. And it has delay start. So I can put something in the oven, go to church or somewhere, shopping or whatever, and click in what time I want the oven to turn on. It'll turn on by itself. And when I come home, the meal's done. Love that. I have had that before. And I've used it before, and I love that option. And this also has that. But back to the fridge. I'll show you what it looks like inside. It's basic. There's nothing fancy. I was going to show you with it empty, but I didn't get a chance to before we put our food in here. We are waiting on our drawer liners and shelf liners to come in, and then I will put those in because I do not want scratches or spills to damage anything in the refrigerator. We want to keep it as nice as we can for as long as we have it. So if we take care of it, it'll always look new. So that's what it kind of looks like. It's kind of empty. We have some leftovers yet, but there's not much in here. And then we have our freezer, same thing. We still have our, the ice cubes are shaped differently, which I love. The ice cube shape. I know that's weird. Some people might not care about the ice cube shape, but we do. It's a little teeny cube. I love it. Our old refrigerator's out in the garage. We just keep overflow. We do have food still out there that we chose not to bring in because it's just a bunch of meat. And then this gives us the option of, we were going to buy a freezer so that we could stockpile meat and things like that for holidays and entertaining. But we're going to go ahead and be able to make a Costco run and stock up on some meat. And we have the refrigerator out there for overflow drinks, things like that. So that's all out there, and I love that. So with Maggie being the attention person she is and wanting the attention, I'm going to grab her real quick. No. You ready? You ready? You ready for your close-up, Maggie? So, with that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and close out this vlog. And thank you so much for stopping by. We love having you. We love sharing our life with you and our little happenings. And when we do all the things, we love sharing them. So until next week, when we do this all again, I will see you then.